Dude.
Ah, yes, the meteor shower, the most romantic of opportunities.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. You've been holding us in the dark for like what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah, it's been fucking long enough.
I mean, I wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to really consider this. This is an important decision.
And then the thread basically split down the middle between the correct option and the shitpost option.
You know what's actually funny? The shitpost option only got like 10% of the votes. Even the normal straights overpowered that one.
Wow, what horrifying blue meteors.
The last time I saw a meteor shower.
Or purple meteors, even, like.
It kind of reminds me of life. Fall out of nothingness, burn up in seconds. But my, if it isn't beautiful to behold.
So this, mechanic, question mark? As long as when you press R2, the meter goes up, and as long as it's there, you can prolong this scene for as long as you want.
Okay.
It's also nice.
I don't know why they made this a mechanic. They could have just made it a dialogue box that you had to click to advance. But
yeah, or just like a button prompt of like, okay, hold Johann's hand or something, like. Anyway, time for sex.
We're beautiful.
How are you feeling?
Why did it have to come to this? Anyway, Delia is Jace's problem now. Let's go get ready. The totem ritual is ready. Now it's your...
What's going on?
is that good?
The gauge. It's going crazy.
Wait.
Usually red is bad, isn't
Not
it?
possible. Umbra doesn't have the stone. How?
I still can't believe no one could be bothered to come up with a name other than the Stone. Both in-universe and out.
You know, in retrospect, maybe leaving the corpse that was imbued with a whole bunch of Umbra's power just directly in front of Umbra, maybe not the smartest plan.
What the hell else were they gonna do with her?
So, yeah, that whole thing where we got to choose who to hold hands with, completely fucking pointless. This is the choice that actually matters. And they take place, like, 3 minutes apart. Why did they do this? Your guess is as good as mine.
Can't believe the thread's going on hiatus for another 2 weeks while we go through another poll.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Zero, is that you?
Pretty sure that's the only time that we, like, directly see Umbra in a form that isn't a tree. So, like, that's neat. That was a cool little animation. It's not nothing.
Vaguely reminded me of there's a show that premiered like a couple months ago on like HBO Max called Scavenger's Reign. It had that same kind of like minimalist art style / like horrifying bits of things that you normally shouldn't expect to see growing out of people coming out of like their various orifices. So again, completely coincidental because that show is fucking amazing and this game is a complete piece of crap, but
So just because I was curious and I'd never actually been all the way down to the other end of the train, I guess that last one's supposed to be Johan's room, but it doesn't have his picture on it, so I guess he just kind of lives in his little coffee room.
I was gonna say, Johan's got an entire, like, train car to himself. Like, I'd say, honestly, that last car probably would have been the place they'd stuck Arya if she was, like, an actual interactable character in the game.
Or maybe it's Yunji's room?
Yes.
Also a viable option, yeah.
And as long as we have them, we can use the cannon.
Although, I'm still going with my headcanon of, Yunji sleeps in a fucking closet, and they just close and lock the door to try and keep her under wraps.
Please. Yunji sleeps in Yuna's room, obviously.
Are you sure that'll work?
Again, in the closet.
Yes. We are shooting an overwhelming amount of flux energy at Umbra.
Also, that's not a
Energy which she
cannon.
can't process, which will in turn put her to sleep. Imagine a brick hitting the back of a skull.
That's called murder, Johan.
We won't.
You know, his dating profile does say that he's wanted for
Your
murder.
cannon shot. Now,
I could very easily see him going, by the way, I have experience with that analogy.
and we will be vulnerable.
Have we made a mistake?
Before we do that, we'll have to move to a safer location.
Look, just because our cute boyfriend may have maliciously murdered a few people along the way in his 800 years doesn't mean that he's not a big softie on the inside, okay, Argate?
Focus on the monsters.
And besides, people change given enough time.
So yeah, welcome to the endgame where everything sucks.
As opposed to the rest of the game where everything sucked.
Go with your instincts.
Yeah, but this sucks in a mechanical way, because you basically will constantly have at least 2 of these strong enemies up your ass at all times.
That does suck.
Yes! Yes!
Not even science can help you now.
Anyway, our immediate objective is to move the train somewhere that we have a better shot at Lux, or at Umbra, I guess, so we're kind of getting thrown into a little...
Yes!
It's not even really fair to call it a mini dungeon. It's just another one of these street combat zones.
Yes!
Yeah, it's a combat gauntlet.
Yeah, and honestly, taking Lux out at this point would probably also be a net benefit to everyone too, so...
You heard him! Go with your instincts.
I would really like to know how that man manages to hang in the air for, like, a solid 5 seconds before he actually swings his weapon at you. That's genuinely quite impressive.
Yes! moving forward. Try to find a way to the other side of this tunnel.
Are we allowed to get on the train too, Johan? No?
Oh, absolutely not. We have to take the long way around. He didn't even move far. He went like, what, 50 feet forward?
Yeah, like about the length of the train itself, maybe. Yeah, so this is basically less a dungeon, more just like a boss rush that you have to like physically go like between phases of it to get to.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not even really a boss rush because none of these enemies are like really bosses. It's just a whole bunch of mini bosses at the best, but then like, you know, also. But then I do things like that, and it's like, they might as well take as long as bosses.
Yeah, like I said, it's Combat Gauntlet. The Like a Dragon games do this a lot in their climaxes.
Go with your instincts.
See you at the next stop.
You know, why doesn't Johan just run these guys over? We have a fucking train.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, he could just, you know, keep going, barrel over these guys.
It's that scram jet that like Sia put on the back of it to like ram Min into the barrier still active. Like I'm pretty sure you could put that to use to just, you know, bowl over all these assholes.
You know, for a second I thought you were going to say we could attach Sia to the train again, and I was going to be like, yeah, I'm in support of that. I don't know how it would help, but let's do it.
Yeah, that would also be an option, just again strapping Min back to the front of the train. Yeah. Also, I love the fact that, like, even we're confusing Min and Sia in the commentary because, like, they've just left such little impression on us as characters beyond they both fucking suck.
Not even science can help you now.
How could you mix up these characters with such iconic phrases as how not even science can help you now?
Yeah, how could you forget the Team 11 story?
Ugh.
Coach!
I'm gonna try very hard to, once this whole thing is over.
Yes. Yes.
I'm glad the game gave you the death blow after it died.
I'm also very glad that it spawned 2 shielded enemies immediately after that, so even if I had gotten it off, it wouldn't have done anything.
Go with your instincts.
Like, yeah, you almost kind of gotta wonder, like, is this, like, randomized, or is this all pre-scripted in terms of spawns? Like,
I don't expect anyone to ever go in and try to figure out the answer to that.
I'm sure this is scripted.
Yes. Almost there. According to my sensors.
I mean, I can't tell you that with, like, absolute certainty, but I would be very, very surprised if this is not scripted and just sucks.
There are so many fucking dumpsters in this back alley.
Why are they all, like, twice as big as they should be?
How much fucking garbage do the people of this back alley generate? Holy shit!
Careful.
You know, you can also tell that this is the end game because our game designer has finally figured out another color that he can use.
Careful.
You know, that's fair. This is the most not blue I've seen in a while from this game.
It's taken, like, literally 18 updates, but we finally reached red on the spectrum, or the color palette.
Well, you know, it took him that long to get rid of the blue because, you know, that's how we started, and then we got some purple. But, you know, he's got to filter out all that blue before we can get to the red.
And then, on very rare occasions, we had a bunch of orange. So yeah, no, we have finally worked our way all the way down the spectrum to finally make it to red. Which, of course, means we're eventually just going to loop around back to the other side, and it's just going to all turn blue again once we solve the whatever world-ending crisis this game has decided to come up with. Like, there's been, like, what, 5 of them so far? I can't keep track anymore, nor do I want to.
Well, I mean, I guess first we had the initial whole apocalypse thing. Then... Then I guess Yuna set the orb on fire. What even was the issue in the first one?
Some guy was hacking the internet.
Oh, yeah, he was gonna hack the train. And that was gonna cause us to die and
Awaken the stone?
ruin everything, I guess.
You heard
Yeah,
it.
on top of, like, attracting people to a honeypot where they become partially zombified at best.
I've been looking at our selfie. I can't
What?
stop thinking about the other pictures we'll take. I have some crazy plans for us. So, just you wait.
Are you telling me that you don't think this is a great time for some romantic small talk, Argate?
My apologies, but this may hurt a bit.
We just kind of jumped right into it.
Please start the ritual.
Johan, what happened to your hand?
You know, that's what happens when you're stuck in the train and you don't actually do anything for 800 years. Complete atrophy.
Oh no!
See? What'd I tell you? Back to blue again.
So our screams of pain just kind of ends with us waking up in our room again? Or is this like some dream we're having because we're now walking through ankle-high water on
There's so
the
many
train,
things I wanna
apparently?
show you.
Yeah, this seems very dreamscape-ish. Okay, well, where the hell are you supposed to go now?
Not for a cup of joe.
Yeah, that was it. That was all we needed to do.
What? Huh?
Sure. Sure.
So, is Johan, dead now or something?
Oh no!
The transfer is complete. The cannon should be ready to fire in a couple of moments.
That's definitely a running animation there.
Gohan is missing.
And that was definitely a facial animation there.
Anyway, oh, who could have foreseen this twist? The person that we chose as our beloved, our one and only, is missing.
What? You thought I would let you go without me?
Oh, was it actually who we chose that goes missing?
Yes, this happens regardless of who it is that you pick.
Oh, well.
Yeah, of course.
Now, you may
You're
remember
also
that when certain people are not in the party, you lose access to their abilities.
Way out of his depth.
So I sure fucking hope you didn't pick Yuna.
Let's go save your world.
It would be a real fucking shame if you had to do the entire rest of the endgame without a healer.
Not these exact
Fucking
lines.
Christ. So, how does combat work for this part of the game?
It doesn't. Thanks for asking.
Oh no!
You just wave your stump at the enemies.
So you know what? You remember how, like,
There are so
way
many monsters now.
back in the beginning of the game, we had, something that resembled stealth? Yeah, that's what you're, supposed to do here.
Bringing back all the greatest hits for the end game, I see.
Can we at least dodge and go into witch time?
No.
We're fighting these things.
No, the dodge button does not do anything. That might make this section too easy, please understand.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, holy shit, especially because, like, there's a fuck ton of these assholes and they are just right on you.
Why are they going after us? We don't have the glowy arm anymore.
Yeah, like,
I thought that was the whole reason they were after us.
yeah, I was gonna say, you'd think we'd be invisible to them now. Like, oh, you're fucked.
You know, I thought I was, but as it turns out, literally right here is the end of the section.
Oh, good.
You know, I think that's honestly the first, like, decent shot we've gotten of any of these monsters and their faces.
I got this. You go save him.
Johnny unlocks his special ability, Shoulder Check.
Come on, pieces of shit. Come and get me.
So long, asshole. Hope you die violently.
I can't believe that worked.
Especially after it was an established plot point that, like, these things just ignore normal people like Johnny completely.
So, you know, he looks like he's doing well.
Ew. Again, I'm just witnessing this entire scene and I'm going like, it could have been Min, you assholes. It could have been Min.
So who's using Johan as paintball target practice?
Oh no, not the tragic selfie.
He's gone. You saw what happened. You felt what happened. But you were going to save the world, not him.
How are you still talking to us? I thought you were gone
So,
once the arm
this
got
doesn't count as
removed.
failure, right?
I mean, is that how it works? Can you just, like, tell your inner depression to shut the fuck up by just cutting your arm off?
I figured he was amplified and given a voice because of the glowy arm because he's also glowy.
How can you be so sure of that?
Just kidding. Here's Lux to tell our inner depression to shut the fuck up.
Give up on what you could be? On what you could have? There are so many things out of our control. The best you can do is focus on what you can do. You might come in last, but at least you were in the race. You lost, but you put up a fight. That should be celebrated. That should be cheered. Losing isn't the end. Giving up is. Because life will always give you another race.
And it will always give you another fight.
Yes. So why waste energy fighting yourself? The most important bond you have is with yourself. What did you do when your train crashed into a wall?
I fought my way out.
See, I thought we did that one deliberately.
When Min's ankle
Yeah.
was sprained, what did you do?
I carried her.
You did all of these things, and you succeeded. But more importantly, you tried.
I tried.
Are those our only two accomplishments the entire game?
So how about you stop standing in your own way and let yourself try again?
Yeah, we beat the super hacker, and we carried. I don't know if is carrying Min back even an accomplishment. I feel like that was overall maybe a net negative.
Also, I guess maybe turning the glowing arm into a bra parachute and saving Shani and Yuna might also be an accomplishment. But I guess that's good to know that the thesis statement of the game at the end of all things, on the cusp of the final video, is basically, you tried. I guess.
You're Kenough.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah. Also, holy shit! We've unlocked green.
I think we've blown through the entire color budget of the game. God damn.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
What?
You know, you'd think that after all that build-up, he would have done, like, some super, like laser beam type shit, and nope, they just went to an anime cutscene that was 5 seconds long.
5 seconds is very generous. Also, yeah, I was expecting, like, the special beam cannon or something. Oh, hey, you're alive.
Dude.
We're here, finally.
Where the fuck were you guys?
What's wrong?
Johan. He's...
Umbra's energy patterns have changed. She's no longer a pure architect. Of course, she merged with a child of Lux.
Now she's a contractor.
Johan. Our cannon will only be able to hit a pure architect. Now that Umbra has
Well, it turns out that Johan's plan has a problem.
Useless.
And now that Umbra has eaten him,
I don't know what to do.
we can't just brick her. So we have to go beat the shit out of her first.
I don't know.
Do we have enough time to go climb a mountain and unlock the true power of the cannon so that it can hurt Children of Lux?
In any case, we have to try.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, this game may want to be Xenoblade on some level, but, yeah, no, it's not gonna get there by the end. Also, congratulations, Johan, ruining your whole plan by thinking with your dick. Way to go.
You know, this really was entirely precipitated by the fact that he just fucking walked outside in the middle of the super zombie area and got ganked by Umbra.